So I'm curious how long it took GRIN to go from starting this to being ready to help Uber, for example, build its global TikTok presence. Because that was the case study that I was most excited by that you guys have out there. Seems like a big project, big brand, lots of different touch points, and controversial in some markets due to regulation. So what was the process like building the first product and then getting it to the point at which you were ready to help Uber go from 0 to 60?
Yeah. So, I mean, the company stories, it's been, like all startups, I think from the outside looking in, like you see the TechCrunch headlines and you see the fundraising announcements, and it looks like it's a linear up and to the right trajectory, but we all know that's never the case. We started the company in 2014. We were working on a different product for a while, realized it wasn't going to work, pivoted in 2017.
Pausing you there. What was the moment you realized that the first product wasn't going to work and then you had to let it go? Because I'm sure some founders out there right now are thinking, am I on the right path? Should I pivot? So how did you decide to make that decision?
Well, for me, so the first product we had built, and again, it's a long time ago, but it was called Jumpstart, and it was big YouTuber promote small YouTuber in exchange for money. So it was like a collaboration marketplace. And this was actually before I'd met Jason, and GRIN, as you know it today, existed. And what I started to realize was that the only creators who were trying to like pay for growth in this paid collaboration way, typically were like trying to hack growth, and they shouldn't be paying for growth. They needed to be improving their content, because the core thing that was actually making them not grow is that their content wasn't great. And so like I had this realization, I was like, oh wow, like this product that we're building has a bad customer. Like these are kind of hobby solopreneurs. They're not really investing into the right things. So we just didn't feel like it was going to be big. And so we changed everything in 2017 and looked at, my background, our core competency as a team, like where can we pivot and how can we go build something meaningful? And then transitioned into this software for brands to collaborate with creators, which is a pretty big departure at the time.
And you've built what is effectively, as far as I can tell, kind of a two-sided marketplace. You have clients come in and you also work with a lot of different influencers. How has been the social media changes we've seen in the last couple of years, and how has that impacted GRIN's business? Because to me, search has lost its primacy. People don't blog as much as they used to. People don't read the news as much as they used to. It seems that social media has become ever more important, even if it gets a little straining at times over on X. But I mean, has that been a major accelerant to the GRIN business?
Yeah, the way we think about it is, so I think a lot of it comes down to like, what do you think the atomic unit is? And if you think the atomic unit is the creator, so the person on the other side of the phone or the camera who's creating the content, and then the platforms are responsible for distribution. And you could argue this, especially on TikTok and with For You, like the way that the algorithms have changed. But as long as brands need to organize around creators, then like there's going to be a need for a product that simplifies that and products that simplify that. And so that's how I think about the changes. Like, I think platforms will come and go. Like, we've seen kind of the wild ride with TikTok. We saw Clubhouse had their moment a few years ago. And so I think as long as brands have a need to stay organized around managing creators at scale, like there's going to be a need for products like GRIN.